Welcome to another episode of the Growth Mindset Podcast. Today, we're exploring one of the most powerful concepts ever written about wealth, mindset, and personal success, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. This book isn't just about making money. It's about understanding the psychology of wealth, the deep patterns and beliefs that silently run our financial lives. You see, success isn't random. It's not luck. It's the result of a mindset, one that can be learned, practiced, and mastered. So, let's dive in. Eker introduces a fascinating idea, something he calls the money blueprint. Every one of us has a financial thermostat, a preset level of wealth we feel comfortable with. And that thermostat is controlled by the beliefs we learned about money, often in childhood. Think about it. What did you hear when you were growing up? Maybe things like, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, we can't afford that. Those words stick. They shape the way we think about earning, saving, investing, and spending, often without us even realizing it. Eker says, if you want to change the fruits, you have to change the roots. In other words, if you want to change your results, you must first change what's going on inside your mind. Our outer world is simply a reflection of our inner world. Here's the truth. Money is just a result. It's a reflection of your habits, your thoughts, your energy. Eker says, your income can only grow to the extent that you do. So, if you want to earn more, you have to become more disciplined, more skilled, more self-aware. Most people try to change their financial situation by working harder or chasing new opportunities. But they skip the most important step, changing themselves. It's not about doing more. It's about becoming more. Once you upgrade your mindset, your actions naturally follow. One of the most powerful parts of Eker's book is what he calls the 17 wealth files, the mental differences between how rich people think and how poor people think. Let's explore some of the most important ones. Wealth File 1. Rich people believe, I create my life. * Poor people believe, life happens to me. This is about ownership. Successful people take responsibility for everything in their lives. Their choices, their results, their emotions. They don't play the victim. Because when you give up responsibility, you give up power. Wealth File 2. Rich people play the money game to win. Poor people play not to lose. Think about that. Most people are focused on survival, just getting by. But the wealthy, they think in terms of abundance and opportunity. They play to win big, not just to avoid failure. Fear of loss is one of the biggest reasons people never step into greatness. The rich understand that every risk carries a lesson, and that courage compounds. Wealth File 3. Rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. Two people can look at the same situation. One sees potential. The other sees problems. Your focus determines your future. Whatever you give energy to expands. So start training your mind to look for possibilities, not excuses. Wealth File 4. Rich people admire other rich and successful people. Poor people resent them. Eker says resentment creates resistance. If you despise what you desire, you'll never attract it. So instead of judging successful people, study them, learn from them, bless their success, because celebrating wealth in others opens the door to wealth for you. Wealth File 5. Rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. Everyone feels fear, but only some act anyway. That's what separates the average from the exceptional. Eker says, if you're comfortable, you're not growing. Growth happens on the edge of your comfort zone. The moment you take a step even when your knees are shaking. So, how do we actually change our financial blueprint? Eker gives us a few practical tools. Awareness. Start noticing your money patterns. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't afford this, change it to, how can I afford this? Understanding. Realize where your beliefs came from. You may have inherited them, but they're not yours forever. Reconditioning. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Use affirmations like, I have a millionaire mind. Money is a tool that amplifies who I am. I am open to receiving abundance in all forms. It's not magic. It's mindset repetition, reprogramming your subconscious to accept wealth as your new normal. Here's something most people overlook. Money is energy. It flows to where it's respected, valued, and multiplied. If you handle money with gratitude, discipline, and purpose, it grows. If you treat it with fear, guilt, or carelessness, it disappears. Eker emphasizes that wealth is not about greed, it's about freedom. Freedom to spend time with loved ones, freedom to create, to contribute, to make an impact. True wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about who you become on the journey. Eker reminds us that money will only make you more of who you already are. If you're generous, money gives you more ways to give. If you're fearful, money amplifies that fear. That's why personal growth and wealth go hand in hand. As you expand your mindset, your capacity to handle abundance expands too.